Hi YouTube, it's Janely here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing question and answer with someone that I got an email from named Cheri. So Cheri says, "Hi Janely, aka MissBeHelpful. I'm a 29-year-old single mom and I moved back to my parents' home when I was 24. I now work full-time at the hospital where I make good money." Nice. "I have a very bad spending habit though. I've been wanting to save up money for a long time, but I keep spending unnecessarily on stupid things. I get paid, then I pay my bills, and then I'll spend money by eating out, going to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and buying things like notebooks, candles, and perfume. When I sit down and think about the money I spent, it makes me sad because I know I could have saved a lot more by now. I want to know what tips you have for a girl like me who spends unnecessarily. What are some tips that I can use to stop myself from going to the stores and buying this stuff? I really need your help. I want to move out of my parents' house so bad, but if I keep up the way I'm going, I'll live with my parents forever. Love always, Cheri." Woo! Okay, Cheri, I'm so glad that you wrote to me, girl, because this literally used to be me. So I took some notes about what I wanted to tell you, and I'm going to be looking at my computer, sorry y'all, but I have a couple things I really want to get across. So I broke it down to like 3 steps that I remember I took. So the first thing was the mindset, right? It's all about your mindset at the end of the day. You have to start thinking about what are your goals in 5 years, in 10 years? What do you see your life like? You know, she said she's a single mom, right? Cheri, you said you're a single mom. So, you know, what do you imagine your situation is going to be? Where will you be living? You know, will you still be in a tiny apartment with your parents, or will you have a nice clean space and your child will have a room of their own? You know, are you still going to be living paycheck to paycheck, or will you have money to be able to do nice things with your child when you want? So really think about this stuff, because when you start to visualize and imagine the life that you want, it really helps you to remember why you're about to make this sacrifice in the first place. And then when you're about to go and spend money unnecessarily, you think back to your why, right? To the reason, and it kind of helps you to stop making that decision and to go back to your commitment. So that's the first thing. The second thing is drastic measures, right? Like they say, drastic times calls for drastic measures. What I did, and I talked about this in another video, is I would walk out of the house with no money or very little cash on me, and I would leave all my credit cards at home. So the only thing that I needed to leave my house to have a successful day was my Metro card, my lunch, a bottle of water, you know, maybe some snacks, and whatever, my laptop or books that I needed to do my job at work. That was it. I didn't have any money because I knew that if I had it on me, it would make it easier for me to spend it. So that was the big thing. And I remember the first day that I did it, that I committed to doing it, I remember I went into Duane Reade and I was about to buy stuff. I had it in my hand. I was about to go pay. And then I realized, like, I don't have any way to pay for this stuff. And so I felt really dumb and I put the stuff back and I went home. But you know what? Even though I felt dumb, it was important for me to have that experience, because I realized, like, I didn't need any of that stuff that I was about to buy anyway. So it was really kind of like a wake-up call for me. Like, dang, you know, I'm really just in the habit of going into these stores and just picking things up and just buying them. It's like, I don't need this stuff. So I really, really think that that experience was valuable for me, and it helped me like kind of snap out of the kind of just the routine of going and buying things that I didn't need. You know, that actually helped me. Once I stopped spending, I was able to save my first $5,000. And that was like the biggest thing for me, was every single day I would come home and look at my bank account and see the slow growth. You know, 2 days I didn't buy anything. I had a little bit more money than I had 2 days ago. And that small kind of growth made a big deal to me. And it was like, it was motivation that I needed to just keep going. And so, yeah, that's the last thing I would say. Step 3 is to check your account daily, if not weekly, to really start to see the growth. You want to start tracking. You want to look, wow, look, I didn't spend any money yesterday and I already have $50 more than I had yesterday. You know, this whole week I didn't spend any money, and my checkings account, I have $200 more than I had last week. That means, like, it's working. And when you start to see that it's working, it starts to motivate you and starts to get you kind of a little bit obsessed with seeing how much can I actually save? Can I turn this 5,000 into 10,000? You know, I'm going to commit to doing it. And then you stick to those routines and you keep on going until you hit your goals. And I'm telling you, I promise, because I've had the experience myself, it feels so good to see yourself hit your benchmarks, to hit those goals, and to know that you do have self-control and that you can do this. And then that's all you really need. You start to get into that routine and you don't actually want to spend money anymore. You start to get rid of those habits. You'll see candles and trinkets and notebooks and things in the store and you're like, that is such a waste of money. I could have that money sitting in my bank account. And so you want to grow yourself to the point where that is your mentality. So yeah, I hope these tips help. And if you have any other questions, or if you guys have comments about this, if you've done something similar, or if you've had something like this happen to you, go ahead and comment below. And if you have a question that you want to submit to me so I can post it right here on my Q&A, go ahead and email me at missbehelpful@gmail.com. Till next time, peace.